it might sound a little shocking, but we still have this archaic belief that in order to have beautiful, harmonious relationships, like intimate relationships, beautiful partnership, beautiful marriage, it's enough for a woman to work on herself and relationships. It's enough for a woman to discover her feminine power, to heal herself, to learn how relationships work, to learn communication skills, to learn how men are wired and what are the differences between feminine and masculine, and then her existing relationships with the same partner will change or transform completely, and she will be fulfilled and happy in her relationships. Recently, I actually saw it was an ad. I think it was an ad on Instagram or Facebook created by a coach who was advertising her relationship program for women. And her promise was to teach women to relate to men, to learn about the differences, to learn what men want to like, to heal their feminine wounds, right? And to work on themselves, for women to work on themselves. And at the end, she was saying basically that your man doesn't need to do anything. You can do it on your own, and you can feel happy in this relationship. And I remember how I felt when I read that post, when I read that ad. It was like there was this response in my body. It was like, no. It was so strong, right? And that's because, I had this deep and long journey on my own and working with so many people and arriving to this place where we as women, we crave equal partnership. We craved empowered masculine. We crave the same energetics, the same level of consciousness and awareness and knowledge, a desire to grow, right? And we don't want to give in into this old paradigm and do all the work on our own, right? It's not fulfilling. It's not exciting anymore for us women. Moreover, I believe the more we grow, the more we heal, the more we step in our power, the bigger the gap between us and this partner who's been maybe with us for a while, who hasn't done any work on himself, who is not aware of what we have been working on, who is not aware of how to communicate and how to understand the feminine and how to connect with her, how to support her, how to show up as empowered masculine, whatever it means for the specific situation, right? Or for the specific person and couple. And that becomes so obvious, and that becomes it almost becomes like suffocating. Like I can observe this energy when this happens sometimes when I work with women. So I work with women and I work with couples, right? And I have a few male clients who are interested to learn about women and how to relate to them, but mostly I work with women and couples. I can see how women who have been working on themselves so much and really rediscovered themselves, really liberated and healed themselves on many levels. And when they look at their partner who hasn't done any work, they have absolutely no desire to stay in this relationship. Many times, of course, it's scary to challenge that and to make that move and to separate, and to get divorced potentially. However, at some point, the energy moves you forward, right? Once you're on this wave of growth and exploration, you just don't want to go back. You don't want to go back to that suffocating space where everything is stagnant, everything is old, all these old patterns where you feel stuck, when you feel trapped. Like women rebel against it, and sometimes when we don't do that move, on our own in time, the circumstances will push us into that space at some point, because at some point it becomes so unbearable. So it's like, and some situation can show up that will be so much into their face that, there is absolutely no way back. There is some kind of a point of no return, the event horizon. So today, I really stand strong for couples working together on their relationships. I have to acknowledge, of course, when a woman does a lot of work on herself, right? When she heals herself, when she prioritizes herself, when she understands who she is, rediscovers herself, right? Finds her power, finds her vision, digs out her deepest desires out of her body and psyche. Of course, the relationship dynamics can shift and she can be more masterful, navigating different situations, different conflicts, different relational situations. However, even if she's skillful with that, she stops desiring to share her life with somebody who has done no work on themselves or on relationship. So this is something that I wanted to share. And like earlier in my career, I did work a lot with women, and we worked a lot in relationships and existing relationships, and there were shifts. However, it didn't bring this huge transformation in relationship itself. Many times women wanted to leave that relationship because of that, right? Because a man didn't work on themselves. And this hunger, there is this hunger of the feminine in the modern world to find an equal match of the empowered masculine, to find that manifestation of empowered masculine energy that meets them where they are, right? With the same level of consciousness, same level of spirituality, same level of awareness, same level of inner work that has been done, right? Same level of passion and curiosity to learn about our differences, to engage in tantra, to support each other and help each other heal, right? That's what we can do so much together. We can heal the wounds between feminine and masculine together, right? That's a requirement that we can't skip. We can't do it on our own. This is something that has to be done in partnership. I call it healing partnership. And also rediscover not just empowered feminine that is coming back in such a big way in the world. Everything is about feminine empowerment. There are so many brilliant women discovering themselves in so many ways, in so many areas of life, with business and relationship and intimacy and creativity and self-expression and motherhood and everything, right? And of course, these women want to find equal match to be in partnership with. They are no longer interested in this boring, stagnant, archaic, patriarchal relationships, right? So if you are listening to this and you're watching this video, I encourage you to listen to yourself and your desire. If something is not good match, if something doesn't feel fulfilling or promising in terms of growth, of how you want to grow, what kind of dynamics you want to have, right? What kind of experiences you want to have. It's important to listen, right? And it's important not to give in or compromise to the old belief system, right? Patriarchal. Even that, idea of seduction, it still applies, that we need to learn about men and we need to show them what they desire and need, right? So we are wanted by them. Let's seduce them. It's all for them, right? I actually don't follow that, and I don't believe it's in alignment with the new world that we're co-creating together, right? It's both. And by the way, women are receivers in the relationship with men. We receive sperm and then we give life, right? But first we need to receive. This is how we initiate this exchange, energetic exchange. So that is no. And it's important to remember and listen to yourself and be guided. And if sometimes the decision is really hard, or like the change is really scary, there is so much support around, right? So many women are going through that right now. And if you are going through that right now, I'll be happy to support you. Please book a complimentary conversation with me, private conversation. I do private work with women and couples. So just believe in yourself and believe that you deserve, you've done all this work. Of course, you deserve equal partner who will be there with you on this journey of growth and exploration and healing.